Many people notice a frustrating pattern after 60. Pain doesn't always come from injuries anymore. It shows up during normal days, in the back while standing, in the knees after sitting, in the shoulders for no clear reason. Often, the pain isn't sharp at first. It's dull, lingering, and persistent. And over time it feels like it's getting worse. This leads many seniors to ask the same question. Why does pain seem to increase with age, even when I'm not doing anything extreme? The answer is not as simple as getting older. Pain after 60 usually has less to do with damage and more to do with how the body changes and adapts over time. As the body ages, it becomes less tolerant of stress. Not just physical stress, but mechanical stress from everyday life. Muscles lose strength more easily if they aren't used intentionally. Joints become less forgiving of long periods of stillness. Circulation slows more quickly when movement is limited. These changes happen gradually, so they often go unnoticed at first. Pain begins to increase when the body loses its ability to distribute load evenly. In younger years, muscles automatically support joints and the spine. Movement is coordinated without conscious effort. But after 60, this automatic support weakens unless it is maintained. When muscles stop doing their share of the work, joints and connective tissue take on more stress. This doesn't always cause immediate injury. Instead, it creates irritation. That irritation builds slowly and shows up as stiffness, soreness, and daily discomfort. Another major reason pain worsens after 60 is inactivity between movements. The body was designed to move regularly. But modern life often involves long periods of sitting or staying still. As we age, the body stiffens faster during these periods of stillness. When movement resumes, the tissues are less prepared and discomfort appears. Many seniors notice that pain is worse after getting up from a chair, out of bed, or out of a car. This is not because those actions are harmful. It's because the body has been still too long and is being asked to move without preparation. Pain also increases when the nervous system becomes more protective. After years of discomfort, the brain learns to expect pain. Muscles tighten preemptively. Movement becomes cautious. While this feels protective, it actually increases strain on the body. Tight muscles reduce circulation, limit joint motion, and increase sensitivity. Over time, the nervous system can amplify pain signals even when there is no new damage. This is why pain can feel stronger even when medical tests don't show major changes. Another factor is reduced recovery. After 60, the body recovers more slowly from stress. Small strains that once resolved overnight may linger for days. Without proper support, the body never fully resets. Pain accumulates instead of clearing. This is why many seniors feel like pain is always present in the background. It's not one big problem. It's many small stresses adding up. What is important to understand is that pain increasing after 60 does not mean the body is broken. It means the body is undersupported. The good news is that pain often improves when the underlying causes are addressed. Not through extreme measures, but through consistent support. What actually helps is not pushing through pain or avoiding movement altogether. Both extremes make the problem worse. What helps is restoring balance, giving the body enough movement to stay lubricated, enough support to reduce strain, and enough calm to prevent overreaction. Pain decreases when muscles are gently re-engaged so joints don't carry all the load. Pain decreases when movement is spread throughout the day instead of happening all at once. Pain decreases when the nervous system learns that movement is safe again. Many seniors are surprised to learn that pain relief does not usually come from doing more, but from doing things differently. Instead of long rest followed by sudden activity, the body responds better to small, regular movement. Instead of bracing and guarding, the body responds better to calm, controlled motion. Instead of fighting pain, the body responds better when pain is understood and managed intelligently. This is why some seniors with similar age and similar physical conditions experience very different levels of pain. The difference is often in daily habits, not diagnosis. Pain after 60 increases when the body is treated the same way it was decades ago. It decreases when the body is treated the way it now needs to be treated. Understanding this shift is the first step toward relief. Pain is not an inevitable punishment of aging. In many cases, it is a signal, not that the body is failing, but that it needs a different kind of care. After 60, pain often feels different than it did earlier in life. It is not always sharp or sudden. More often, it is persistent. It lingers. It moves from one area to another. One day it is the back, the next day the knees, then the shoulders or neck. Many seniors describe it as feeling worn down rather than injured. What is important to understand is that this type of pain is rarely caused by a single problem. Instead, it develops because the body's systems stop working together as efficiently as they once did. One of the biggest contributors is muscle support loss. As we age, muscles naturally weaken if they are not regularly activated. When muscles weaken, joints and connective tissue absorb more force than they are designed to handle. This extra load irritates joints and surrounding tissue, which leads to ongoing discomfort. Many seniors believe their pain comes from joints alone, but in many cases the joints are simply doing too much work because the muscles that should support them are no longer doing their share. This is why pain often worsens during simple activities like standing, walking, or climbing stairs. Another major factor is reduced movement variety. Daily life after 60 often becomes more repetitive. The same sitting positions, the same walking patterns, the same limited range of motion. Over time, parts of the body stop moving altogether. When joints are not moved through comfortable ranges regularly, they stiffen, surrounding tissues tighten. Circulation decreases. This creates a situation where even small movements feel uncomfortable because the body has lost adaptability. Pain also increases due to slower recovery. Younger bodies recover quickly from strain. Older bodies need more time. When recovery is incomplete, tension and inflammation accumulate day after day. Eventually, pain becomes constant. Another overlooked reason pain worsens after 60 is nervous system sensitivity. Pain is not just a signal from tissues, it is processed by the brain. Over time, especially after repeated discomfort, the nervous system becomes more alert and protective. It begins to interpret normal sensations as threats. This is why pain may feel stronger even when physical damage has not increased. The body is not failing. It is overprotecting itself. Muscles tighten more quickly. Movement feels more dangerous. This tension itself creates more pain. Fear plays a powerful role here. When seniors expect pain, they brace their body before moving. Bracing increases pressure on joints and reduces smooth motion. This causes more discomfort, reinforcing the fear. The cycle continues. Another contributor is circulation decline. Muscles and joints rely on blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients and remove waste products. When circulation is reduced, tissues become more sensitive and fatigue faster. This is why stiffness often worsens after long periods of sitting or inactivity. Sleep quality also affects pain. Poor sleep reduces tissue repair and increases pain sensitivity. Many seniors wake up already stiff and uncomfortable because the body did not fully recover overnight. All of these factors combine to create the feeling that pain is taking over. But what actually helps is not attacking pain directly, it is changing the conditions that allow pain to persist. The first thing that helps is restoring gentle muscle activation. Muscles don't need to be strong like an athlete's, they simply need to wake up and participate again. When muscles provide even light support, pressure on joints decreases and pain often eases. The second thing that helps is increasing movement frequency, not intensity. The body responds better to small amounts of movement done often than to occasional bursts of activity. Frequent gentle motion keeps joints lubricated, circulation active, and tissues less sensitive. The third thing that helps is calming the nervous system. Slow, controlled movement teaches the brain that the body is safe. When the brain feels safe, muscles relax. When muscles relax, pain decreases. Another key factor is reducing long periods of stillness. Stillness causes stiffness. Stiffness increases pain. Breaking up sitting or lying time with light movement prevents this buildup. Importantly, what helps pain after 60 is not forcing the body to push through. That often makes things worse. What helps is working with the body's current capacity and gradually expanding it. Many seniors notice that when they move gently and consistently, pain does not disappear overnight, but it becomes less intense, less frequent, and less controlling. That change alone dramatically improves quality of life. Pain after 60 is not a punishment for aging. It is often a signal that the body needs different support than it once did. When that support is provided, the body responds more positively than many people expect. Another major reason pain gets worse after 60 is something many seniors never hear explained clearly. The body becomes more sensitive to stress, not just movement. This stress is not always physical. It includes emotional tension, fear of pain, and constant alertness in the body. Over time, this sensitivity quietly amplifies discomfort. When pain has been present for a long time, the body learns to expect it. Muscles stay slightly tense even at rest. The nervous system remains on guard. Movements that were once automatic become cautious. This constant state of readiness creates more pressure on joints and muscles, which increases pain further. This is why many seniors say, "I didn't even do anything today, but I still hurt." The pain is not always caused by what happened that day. It is often caused by accumulated tension that never fully releases. As we age, the nervous system becomes less efficient at turning itself off. After stress or discomfort, it takes longer to return to a relaxed state. When this happens repeatedly, the body spends more time tense than relaxed. Over weeks and months, this tension becomes the new normal. What actually helps is not avoiding movement, but reducing unnecessary tension while moving. Many seniors unknowingly move with excessive caution. They brace their core too hard. They hold their breath. They stiffen their shoulders or jaw. This bracing increases compression in the spine and joints. Instead of protecting the body, it overloads it. Gentle, relaxed movement teaches the body a different pattern. When seniors move slowly, breathe normally, and allow motion without force, the nervous system begins to calm. Muscles stop fighting each other. Joints move with less resistance. Pain often softens as a result. Another overlooked factor is fear-based avoidance. After 60, many people stop doing movements that once felt normal because they are afraid of pain or injury. Over time, this avoidance leads to weakness, reduced coordination, and greater sensitivity when those movements become unavoidable. For example, avoiding bending, reaching, or turning may feel protective. But when those movements are finally required, the body is unprepared. The result is sharper pain and longer recovery. What actually helps is exposure without force. Gentle, controlled versions of everyday movements retrain the body safely. This rebuilds confidence and reduces the shock when movement is needed. Another reason pain worsens after 60 is loss of movement variety. Many seniors move in very limited patterns day after day. Sitting, standing, walking forward. Very little sideways movement, very little rotation. Over time, joints and muscles become sensitive outside those narrow ranges. When an unexpected movement happens, stepping sideways, turning quickly, reaching awkwardly, the body reacts strongly. Pain appears suddenly not because of damage, but because the movement was unfamiliar. What helps is reintroducing small amounts of variety in a safe way, gentle turns, light side steps, easy reaching motions. These movements keep joints adaptable and reduce the body's tendency to overreact. Breathing also plays a critical role. Shallow breathing keeps the nervous system alert and tense. Many seniors breathe shallowly throughout the day without realizing it. This limits oxygen delivery and increases muscle tension. Slow, steady breathing during movement sends a signal of safety to the brain. This reduces guarding and allows muscles to relax. Over time, better breathing patterns alone can noticeably reduce daily discomfort. Another contributor to worsening pain is mental fatigue. Pain requires attention. Constantly monitoring the body drains energy. When energy drops, pain tolerance drops as well. Everything feels harder. What actually helps is simplifying movement and expectations, doing less at once, breaking tasks into smaller parts, allowing rest before exhaustion sets in. These changes reduce overload and prevent pain escalation. Importantly, pain after 60 is rarely caused by one single problem. It is usually the result of many small factors working together: tension, fear, stiffness, fatigue, and reduced movement variety. This is why quick fixes rarely work. What works is addressing the system as a whole. Seniors who see improvement usually do not eliminate pain completely. Instead, they notice that pain becomes quieter, less dominant, less controlling. They recover faster. They feel more capable. Pain stops being the center of the day. This is what actually helps after 60. Not fighting pain aggressively. Not avoiding movement completely, but supporting the body so it no longer feels under constant threat. When the body feels safer, pain often loses its grip. By the time people reach their 60s and beyond, pain often feels personal. It no longer seems like an occasional signal. It feels like a constant companion. What many seniors don't realize is that pain at this stage of life is often not driven by damage alone, but by how the body has adapted to years of protection, tension, and reduced confidence in movement. One of the most important shifts that helps reduce pain after 60 is changing how the body responds to discomfort. Over time, the nervous system learns patterns. If pain has been present for months or years, the body begins to expect it. Muscles tighten earlier. Movements become guarded. Even simple actions are performed with caution. This constant guarding increases pressure on joints, reduces circulation, and keeps pain signals active. What actually helps is teaching the body that movement is not a threat anymore. This does not happen through force. It happens through repetition of safe, calm, predictable movement. When the body repeatedly experiences movement without negative consequences, the nervous system gradually reduces its protective response. Muscles stop bracing unnecessarily. Joints move with less resistance. Pain signals become quieter. Another major factor that worsens pain after 60 is loss of load tolerance. This does not mean weakness in the dramatic sense. It means the body becomes less comfortable handling everyday forces. Standing up, reaching, walking, turning, these actions place load on the body. When muscles are not regularly reminded how to support that load, joints and connective tissue absorb more stress and pain increases. What helps is restoring load tolerance gently. Not through heavy exercise, but through daily movements that remind the body how to share effort again. Standing up with control. Walking with intention. Shifting weight smoothly. These actions rebuild tolerance without strain. Pain also worsens when the body stays in one position too long. Stillness reduces circulation. Reduced circulation increases stiffness. Stiffness amplifies pain. Many seniors sit or lie down for extended periods to avoid discomfort, not realizing that this often intensifies it. What helps instead is frequent, low-intensity movement. Not exercise sessions, but movement breaks. Standing up, walking a short distance. Changing position. These small actions keep tissues nourished and prevent pain from building silently. Another overlooked contributor to worsening pain is emotional stress. Stress increases muscle tension. Tension reduces blood flow. Reduced blood flow heightens pain sensitivity. After 60, the body is less resilient to stress than it once was, which means emotional strain shows up physically more quickly. What actually helps is calming the nervous system regularly. Slow breathing, predictable routines, gentle movement. These signals tell the body it is safe. Safety reduces pain more effectively than force ever could. Sleep also plays a critical role. Poor sleep increases pain sensitivity the next day. Pain then disrupts sleep again. This cycle is common in older adults. What helps is not chasing perfect sleep, but supporting the body during the day so it can rest more comfortably at night. When the body moves gently, releases tension, and avoids overload, sleep often improves naturally. Another important realization is that pain does not require complete rest. Complete rest often worsens pain by weakening support systems. What helps is active recovery, movement that feels supportive instead of exhausting. Many seniors believe that because pain has lasted a long time, improvement is unlikely. This belief itself worsens pain. When the brain expects pain to persist, it keeps protective responses active. When seniors begin to notice even small improvements, confidence returns, and confidence directly reduces pain sensitivity. The goal is not to eliminate every ache. The goal is to reduce intensity, frequency, and control. Pain that no longer dominates attention becomes manageable. Life expands again. People who successfully reduce pain after 60 often share one realization: the body was never asking to be pushed harder. It was asking to be treated more consistently. Consistency is what creates change, not perfect days, not intense effort, but repeated signals of support. When the body receives those signals daily, it adapts. Pain after 60 is not a punishment for aging. It is often a message that the body's needs have changed. When those needs are met, through calm movement, gentle support, reduced fear, and regular care, pain often loosens its grip. What actually helps is not fighting the body, but cooperating with it. And when that cooperation becomes part of daily life, pain no longer defines the future.